Hey friends, Michael McFarland. Going to give you a Lake Fork rundown for September 15th and 16th, yesterday and today. Let's go to the board here. Lake levels. Yesterday, 401.52. Today, 401.50. So we're falling, but we're falling very little. That's generally stable. Okay? Since Saturday, we've hardly come down an inch. Water clarity really depends on where you're at on the lake. All right? Probably 1 to 2 foot visibility in most places. Some of the lake is Lake Fork green. Some of the lake is gunmetal blue. And there's still some areas that it kind of has just a little hint of dingy brown tea color remaining turnover. And I don't know, man, this is Texas. We have been such a roller coaster ride with temperatures. Maybe we're done turning over. Maybe we're still going to turn over. It's anybody's guess at this point. The flooding rain was good, and the water clarity is awesome. That's all I know. All right. Temperatures, the parameters good. It's really lower 80s. I'd like to see it cool down into the 70s, and then we'll really kick fall off. We're about one good cold front away from awesome fall fishing. And that's really the gist of what's going on in the lake. Yesterday was pretty doggone tough, but today was pretty doggone good. What I've noticed is that when the sun's shining, the fish are definitely biting. If the sun's shining and you're not catching them right now, you're missing out. You're missing something, you're in the wrong place. When it's overcast, man, it is pretty tough. Early morning hours, for whatever reason, pretty tough. I'm going to do a final rundown tomorrow, and I'll have a little more broader detail and other things that you can do. But today I'm just going to tell you the two main things that caught the fish for us, and it was really good this morning. We actually had 10 fish in the morning hours, which lately even a handful is pretty good. And the young boy Colton had himself a nice Lake Fork special. So I'm really going to give you 3 baits and tell you about a 4th. But the two top today were the Sandtone again. Sandtone finesse jig. Natural craw. Tipped with the Rage chunk. Strike King Rage chunk. Or the Strike King baby craw. Okay. The other color, peanut butter and jelly. PB&J. That caught the better fish. Generally, he's going to catch the better fish. Texas rigged with a 1/4 ounce pegged weight, 5-odd offset hook. And a V&M Wild Thing chopstick. Texas smoke. That was on fire today. Definitely on fire. We did not stop up in one spot and take it for all it would give us. We kept moving. And we consistently caught fish probably over a couple 100-yard stretch. The third bait, Sandtone shaky head, the stand-up football shaky head. Okay, that's a piglet. It's called the piglet, but it's a stand-up piglet. And I'm tipping that with the Magnum trick worm, watermelon candy red. Of course I said red, because I just told you that when the sun's shining, the fish are biting. And there's no better color to have out there than some red flake in your worm when the sun's shining. All right. Let's give you a little more detail to help you out. Okay? I'm basically fishing very, very shallow. 7 feet or less, with the exception of brush piles. All right? Most of the fish are shallow. Find yourself some shallow bait, and you have bass nearby. The deeper bite is not that deep. It's more like 10 to 14 feet. Find yourself some brush piles that are in 10 to 14 feet. And my young man this morning caught himself, I think, 5 or 6. That came on a drop shot, believe it or not. Drop shot that doggone tomato worm. Get good with it, and you can catch them. So the brush piles in 10 to 14, drop shotting tomato worm, throw in the stand-up shaky head, and then really, really, really shallow with the jig and the Texas rig V&M chopstick, okay? That's the best way you can fish right now, at least for me. Remember, there's always more than one way to skin a cat. I'm sure someone out there has a different bite altogether. But the bite that I am teaching you or telling you about now is patternistic, and you can expand it throughout the lake, okay? So anyways, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for following. Thanks for the likes. If you haven't found me already on lake, I'm really tired, apologize, on my business Facebook page, the Lake Fork Adventures Guide Service. Please do like that page. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed and this is your first time viewing my YouTube channel, The Lake Fork Guide, please do hit that subscribe button. And then don't forget about my Instagram, The Lake Fork Guide. So I'm Mike McFarland. Appreciate you watching. Have a great evening. And I'm going to give you a rundown tomorrow. It's going to be a little more elaborate with 3 or 4 different other ways that you can catch them right now on Lake Fork. Thanks for watching.